your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. Shout out to my boy Kid Kansas in the live, man. Getting ready, man. Got some good news. I don't know. Can we let people know what's going on next,
Uh,
or is it kind of better to wait?
we wait. I want to wait until we make an official announcement.
Yeah, makes sense, right? All right. So, I see you. You 16-1. How many knockouts you
17
got
to
so?
1. 17 to 1.
17-1. How many knockouts?
12.
12. Been
12
in
knockout.
a lot of people's favorite fighters camps, and you've been kind of like traveling around the world. Like when it comes down to your craft, I mean, you could tell people where have you been kind of like, what was the sacrifices you had to make, right? You've traveled and lived in different parts of the United States for your career. How was that challenge? And let everybody know, who you're working with and some of the changes that is going on in your career right now.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, to start off, just since 2020, I've been away from home, bro. I'd go out to LA, and for the last 5 years, I was training with Coach G, you know what I mean? And just, I'd be gone anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks, sometimes 12, and, just getting my camps done, fighting. If I had time to go home, I'd go home. If I didn't, it was back to camp. And it's just a lot of sacrifice for the simple fact that, like, I don't get, I miss out on birthdays. I miss out on, funerals, family events, all that stuff, bro. I miss out on the births of my nieces. And, it's just, a lot of people on the outside of boxing don't understand that there's so many sacrifices that fighters make that makes winning that much more worth it. And it makes, fighting that much more worth it. And so, just being home, like I said, I've been gone the last 10 to 12 weeks from Kansas. I went home for maybe like 5 days and then I came back. Um, I'm now training in Florida. I'm training with Coach Javier. I just been out there in Miami, bro, just grinding. Just feel like had to make a change to my boxing, and I'm forever grateful for everything that Coach G did for me, her and Roxy. So much love for them. It was nothing they did. It was just something that me as a fighter felt like I had to take upon myself you know, to do. And so I'm learning, I'm working. As you see, I'm staying in shape, bro. I'm ready to get active this year. I'm ready to make something happen.
I love it. So tell me, Javier, like, what was like the all right? Why? Like, why should I train with him? Was there somebody advised you to do it? I mean, what was it?
Nah, bro, there was no advising or anything, man. Honestly, it was just a lot of reflecting on my career and like I said, I've come so far under the guidance of Coach G, but I just something was telling me that I need to try something different. No, yo le llevo. And so I just felt like it was just something that I needed to do, and I prayed about it, and it wouldn't leave my heart. So Coach Javier is a great trainer. I've got to this is it's not like I just went into his camp blind. Like I've been in his gym before. I've known him since the amateurs. He trains one of my best friends, Xander. And so I've got to see like, kind of the growing there. I've seen these other fighters that have got to grow with him as well. And so it was just no hesitation right away. I knew where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, and to continue learning and stuff.
So you've been in the Xander Zayas camp, training with Javier as well. How's that? How's his training mechanism for a training camp, for the champ?
Man, he's got like how you and me were just talking, that you gotta be, 100 in this. Coach is he's in it 120%. Like He's got his schedule. It's not like a, you don't wake up and guess or anything. It's like what you're doing throughout the week. He's got it lined up. He's got it on the whiteboard. He breaks it down to us right before training. Today we're gonna do this, this, and this. We're gonna work on this, this, and this. It works for this, this, and that. You know what I mean? Like he's breaking it down. So you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and when to do it, how to do it, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Xander's in great shape, bro. Like they recently uploaded the pictures of him, when he's flexing and stuff. And I see the comments. People are like, "Man, like he's in shape," and I'm like, "Yeah," because a lot of people don't get to see the work that he's constantly putting in, from waking up at 6, 7 in the morning to hit the track work, to not getting home from training days till like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Like it's a lot of work being put in, bro, and it makes me that much more excited for him because I get to see the sacrifices that he's putting in. He lives in Florida, and he throughout this camp he's probably seen his mom only a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was telling you about, like sacrifices. You get to see all these sacrifices that are made, and when you get to watch people put these sacrifices, it makes you
Wait,
want
he
to
lives
see
in
them
Puerto
win.
Rico and the training camps
No,
in
no, no.
Florida.
He lives in Florida, and
Okay.
his family lives in Florida.
Yep.
But he's so locked in, he stays away from them. Like
Mm.
he, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I probably only seen him see his mom a handful of times, but it just a lot of work being put in, bro, and I'm excited to see him do his thing this weekend.
How long have you been knowing Xander?
So we were like 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So lots of people are talking about how much bigger he's gotten over the years. You for first, just like speed, since he's been signed as a pro to today. Like you tell me, and I think what he signed at 8, 16,
16, yeah.
right? How
He's
much
big,
growing
man.
has he been?
I remember when we were the same size. I remember when I was heavier than him in the amateurs,
Hmm.
and now we stand next to each other. And he's, yeah, bro, he's probably the tallest Puerto Rican I know. If I'm being honest, like, he's up there. But man, he's good people. He's just filling out, man. Like you could see, he's just getting into like his grown man body. You know what I mean?
You still sparring him?
Nah, I'm not sparring him. He's way too big.
You got too big.
Yeah, he's way too big. That's
Tell
a
me,
big dude.
tell me, how's he? And we, yes, guys, I know we could be pausing all day if we have to say pause. I know, but tell me, how's his sparring looking? I mean, when you do look at him and preparing for this fight with Abass, and what you think about the fight, because I heard that he's done tons of rounds with him already, so he's familiar. And when two fighters are familiar with each other, kind of gives you a real good fight on fight night.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, there's two aspects to it. He had our teammate Nika in camp, and he also had Troy Isley.
Yep.
Troy was staying in the camp house too, and just watching them work was great, bro. It was, Troy is like the perfect style. Troy was coming in doing his thing. Xander was doing his thing. Xander's ready. He's he knows exactly what he's got to do come fight night, and he knows this is for unification. If he wanted to, he could have took just a regular fight to defend his title, but this is the perfect opportunity. People are trying to get onto him for going after another belt. Why would you not go for another belt? Why, like, if any other fighter was in this position, they would do the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so, he knows exactly what he's got to do. Um, as far as like him and Abbas used to spar, it's a whole lot different when you're getting hit with 18-ounce gloves and headgear, compared to when it slims down to 10 ounces and no headgear. So, and I guess that goes both ways. So, like I said, bro, I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited to see, you know, not just see my boy do his thing, but to see another great fight. I'm excited to witness it in Puerto Rico, to be honest. Just I know the atmosphere is gonna be crazy.
Absolutely, absolutely. What do you think? What's your prediction on the fight?
I think Xander, because Abass is a great fighter, man. He's he comes forward and he's very like I like how he throws his flurries, but I think I think Xander takes it to if you don't stop him, I think he takes it to decision and he wins you know clearly. I don't think it's gonna be. I think Xander can make it a shutout.
Hmm. Right.
So just gotta wait and see Saturday, I guess.
And imagine a stoppage in Puerto Rico. Wow, that would be big. The atmosphere would just be going berserks because
Yeah, it's and like I was talking with coach earlier about, man, like there's so many great fighters from back then that, like, man, like I'm not gonna say no names of fighters, but like there's greats out there, and that they were like out there doing their BS, and then they were like they still cemented their legacies. Like now, imagine in this line of fighters, this generation where there's fighters that are giving it their all and they're staying clean and they're straightforward and just straight boxing and none of that outside stuff. Like I think it's great, and I think Xander is definitely gonna cement his legacy for Puerto Rico. And yeah, bro, I'm just excited, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I definitely want to see, him unify that division. I know that I feel like a lot of people are looking at that this fight are the two weakest champions, kind of like going at it. Um, when you look at it and you look at the division, what do you see when it comes down to Xander and some of these other champions that are out there?
I see. Don't get me wrong, 154 is a stacked division, bro. But I see like people are always going to find something to critique.
Hmm.
It's a given. Xander knows it. Every fighter knows it. That every division is going to be critiqued. But at the end of the day, that critique is going to be there until that fighter does it and like and steps up to the plate. You get what I'm saying? Like 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 for example, it's like when you're doing something new, you can never fully say, "Oh, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for it," because you've never done it. It's something you've never done. But once you do it, it's like you know what I mean. Like it's that experience and the getting it done part and going through it. So I think once these big fights come, Xander's eventually going to earn the respect from the people. But I think people are definitely underestimating them for sure.
Tell me, yeah, people in the comments say asking, "Hey, is that kid Kansas?" Yes, it is.
I think people are also forgetting that he's only 23. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like I was saying, like he's getting bigger and stronger, and so like there's gonna come a point in time where those perfect fights line up, and all he's got to do is go out there and do what he does, and same thing for the other fighters.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because if he's basically we can't really say he's in his prime yet.
Nah,
He's
yeah,
still
not for
growing.
sure.
Right,
Exactly.
right. Um, what's crazy about the division is you got another title fight too, with Chris Josh Kelly and
Yeah,
Bachman for the IBF
yeah.
title.
I
Same
think that's
day.
gonna be a great fight too. Because I used to really watch him, Josh Kelly, for his footwork and everything, man. Like I was like a super big fan of his footwork and everything. And I think that'll be a great fight. I can't even predict an outcome for that one because I just think that it's who comes more prepared on fight night,
Yeah,
who comes with a better game plan, and who executes the game plan better.
100%. I think I got a face off of them.
Who looks bigger?
They got too much shit.
Oh damn,
Check out Bachman's eyes.
he's locked in on him. Yeah,
Nah, check it out even more. Watch. He gets closer. Check that out.
Uh,
Locked
he's ready.
in.
Yeah, he is. I mean, but that's that fighter instinct, bro. He knows what he's got to go in there and do, and I'm sure Josh Kelly knows, all the sacrifices and risks that he's got to put up as well.
This is his prediction. Your boy Ryan Garcia also got a big fight coming up,
Yeah, he
February
does.
21st.
Yeah, he does. He's in shape, man. I feel like people are also writing him off for this fight too.
Yeah, he's ripped up. He's training with his dad in this one.
Yeah, people were just, I mean, but like as far as like people writing him off, I'm talking about like people were like, oh, he's not focused on the fight. He's just streaming. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's what he makes. That's what he wants you to think.
the what's it called, the massive deception, bro. Like he's, I don't know. I think he's just gonna go in there. He's gonna do what he does. I think Barrios is definitely gonna give him problems. Barrios just gotta be on his A game, and so does Ryan, because we've
You know
seen.
Barrios too.
Yeah, I mean, we're cool. We're not like super friends or anything, but like, like
You're cooler
just
with
like so.
Ryan.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So I'm getting the 50-50 vibes with everybody when I talk about that fight. The card just came out too, so I want to let everybody know, who's on the card. Get your thoughts on the fight predictions as well. That's on the card. But yeah, just the main event per se. Like, what do you think that Ryan can do in this fight that Barrios might be, maybe not aware of?
I think I think people often underestimate Ryan's ability to box, and I think maybe sometimes Ryan underestimates his own ability to box. But for someone who's been in the ring with him, even if it was a while ago, like I've got to see him box and move, and he's fast, he's sharp, he's strong, his punches are snappy. You know what I'm saying? Barrios has just got to keep Ryan on the outside, and Ryan's just got to. Ryan has to not let down his guard, not in like a literal sense, but like in the sense of like he's got to stay on his 10 toes this whole fight. I feel like his fight with Rolly, he kind of just he got complacent, and with Rolly being an awkward fighter, Rolly took advantage of that and caught him. And after that, like they say, it takes one punch to change the fight. I think that punch changed the fight. You know what I mean?
Tell me,
But
do you feel like Barrios is more of a killer? He has more of a killer instinct than Rolly?
nah,
No.
no. I feel like Mario's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mario will go to war if he has to, but I feel like he's more of like a he'll want to walk you down and be sharp while he's doing it. As for Rolly's more of like a people often underestimate Rolly too, bro. He's not done. He's a genuinely smart guy. Like he's got like three different brains. That dude, if you know Rolly,
Hmm.
and he people are starting to realize that he's really not a bad guy. He's not a big shit talker. None of that stuff. He's a genuine person.
Kind of
But
changed up a lot lately.
yeah, man, and but that's because life also takes a toll on fighters, bro, and fighters are human too. You see all these fighters starting to talk about mental health. That's because it's real and it's serious, and like, you know what I mean. People try to like, oh man, that's not manly to talk about mental health. No, but it's real. Like, and this mental health stuff dates all the way back to like, from when fighting happened. But it's just barely people are just barely starting to get comfortable about speaking up. You know what I mean? And so I hold and even if I wasn't a fighter, I would hold a different sense of respect because I know how much it takes out of somebody. But nah, man, Rolly, good people, works hard. You know what I mean? There was times where he'd be like, let's go run, and it's like 2, 3 in the morning, And I seen that dude run 14 miles on the mountain one time when he was getting ready for a fight straight. It was like a straight 2 hours and some change. He's just running on the mountain, just
That's crazy. I the
mm,
most I ever did was 10. That's crazy.
yeah, like and this dude had like
And I was
multiple
in
sets of
pain.
headphones. Yeah, bro. Like and he was just getting to it. Boxing is boxing.
It is. It is. Um. So yeah, I mean, getting into that card. So the co-main event, they got Oscar Duarte versus Richardson Hitchens for that IBF 140 title. What do you think
Yeah,
about that matchup?
I think Oscar Duarte is strong, man. That's a strong dude, but
Strong
you
dude,
gotta
right?
you gotta land your punches to make them count. I think Richard. Well, I know Hitchenson's game plan is going to be um uh boxing. Hitchens is gonna want to stay outside and just box. You know what I'm saying? Oscar's gonna want to get inside and I don't know either of them. Like I don't watch them both enough, but I know enough to know that whoever comes with a better game plan and a faster feet is definitely going to win the fight. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Oscar's just got to come in with that more, not just a tight guard, but he's also got to have great defense, slipping and moving, slipping, rolling, all that stuff. To you know what I mean? And Hitchens just got to stay on his 10 and keep him on the outside.
You think it's a 50-50, or you like Hitchison in the fight?
I would say it's a 50-50. Nah, maybe 60-40 for Hitchens,
Hitchens.
just because I think Hitchens is really good at what he does, and that's boxing.
Hmm.
Hit and not get hit. And he stays composed. He stays very, you know what I mean? He's really, really well at holding his composure. So I give it a 60-40.
60-40. Okay. What do you think about they just added Frank Martin and Albright. Now you're Albright on the card. What you
I
think about that
think
matchup?
I think Frank beats him, man. Him having Buddy McGirt in his corner, I
Hmm.
think I think was a great move. Um, Frank's he's sharp, he's smart, he's still learning as well. So I know he's definitely picking up, and it showed in his last fight. He's picking up whatever Coach Buddies. You know what I mean? And I don't even think they worked with each other for a full camp this last fight. If I'm being honest,
Against
so
Baltimore?
I I can only imagine what a full camp is going to look like.
Mm.
And but I like Frank on that fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the fight. I like that they added Frank on the card. It's a stacked card. Like I feel
Yeah,
like now it's a stacked card.
yeah.
Um, what do you think about the WBA champion at 140, Gary Antoine Russell, facing Andy Aroka from Japan.
Not gonna lie, I don't even know who Andy Aroka is, but I know I like Gary Russell.
Right, right.
Man, he's. I feel like he's something. I feel like he's not even at his prime yet. If I'm being honest.
Mm.
I feel like he's comfortable, but I feel like he hasn't touched his full groove. I like him because he's slick and he's strong. Obviously strong. So I like Gary, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen the other guy fight. So
The other kid is good. He's like
yeah,
6 feet, southpaw, can punch, huge on the size, paws, but yeah, he's big.
can
And
he take a punch though? How's
can
his
he take a
defense?
punch? I mean, his defense, yeah, he has great feet. He's an in and out type of a fighter. Kind of like the basic Japanese type of a fighter. I mean, Japan, they're saying he's probably rated number two fighter in Japan,
Oh really?
behind Inoue.
Oh,
I know a lot of people say Nakatani could be that guy because they want to see Nakatani and Inoue fight,
anyway,
right?
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, this guy right here, he's definitely the real deal. Um,
I'm gonna
so
look
I,
him up later.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone that has seen him in LA, sparring and stuff like that, like Regis and shit like that, they all told me that he's a really good fighter, you know. And
Check him out.
And Antoine, he's not looking at him. He knows he's a good fighter too. You know what I mean?
He's training in LA. You said? Is it with Coach Rudy?
No, no, no. He was training in LA for
Ah,
some sparring. So
where? Gotcha,
yeah, which I'm
gotcha.
sure, which I'm sure he probably stayed here. You know what I mean? He
Yeah,
probably stayed out here. But I like the card. I think that that's the way. If you're trying to come in February with a bang, I think they did what they had to do.
starting the year off right.
Yeah, February 21st. That's a solid card. I'm gonna show the people one more time, man, because shout out to HLD in the live. Yeah, me and HLD were just talking about this card on the DMs not too long ago. But yeah, man. Now, I'm sorry, but that press conference was forced.
Which one?
Ryan's. I was talking to Ryan's dad because I'm cool with him. I'm like, he's a cool dude. He's like, yo, you seen the press conference? I'm like, yo, you did good because they gave him some time.
Yeah,
Um, but forced. Him and Guzman, that little breakup, that shit lasted a little bit too long. And then Mario Barrios is like a quiet guy. Never
yeah,
got to see him really go out and about, talk about Ryan saying, I don't quit on my knee. Right? Mario Barrios don't talk shit. So it was like somebody had to tell him to say that. You know what I'm saying? It was like it didn't
yeah.
even
And I
feel
get it, bro.
comfortable.
Because it, but I feel like this fight is going as much as it's going to sell on its own. It's going to sell on its own. Like there's nothing they can do to hype it up more. You know what I'm saying? Like people know it's a great fight. People know that it's that the fight can flop either way depending who comes how and what. You know.
Hmm.
But I feel like when you take a fighter out of their zone, that's like asking Leo Santa Cruz to go in there and talk smack. He doesn't do that. You know,
Right.
he just lets his style do the talking, and you know what I mean. I feel like people shouldn't do that, regardless of the promoters. You should not ask the fighter to go out there and be somebody that they're not, because then at the end of the day, when it comes back onto the fighter, I get it, sell the fight, but don't ask them to. You know what I mean? Because then at the end of the day, it goes back to like I said, the mental health stuff. Like when you start getting people like fighter, we're human, bro. We pay attention to all the messages, the DMs, the emails. Like, I'll tell you firsthand that when I lost, stuff I was doing was crazy. And I was just like, you know, but being a fighter, you just got to take it regardless. But I don't know. I feel like if they were trying to tell me, hey, say this, and that, I wouldn't be one to, you know what I mean?
To apply.
I'm not gonna step out of my character and say something that, you know what I mean, that I'm not feeling or
To improve the promotion.
yeah, bro, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go out there and just say what I gotta say regardless. But don't ask me to be like, oh, hey, bring up him and this situation or whatever situation, like, because then when it starts to get personal, like personal stuff, they don't even look good. Starts to get too much.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh,
I don't think people are buying into the Joe Guzman going to Barrios's corner now as like a type of like some content to promote the fight. I mean, what do you think? I mean, as far as a real boxing head, you could say, yeah, your trainer is gonna know your flaws, which is true. But in the same time, do you feel like it's part of the promotion? I mean, does you think it
I,
helps at all,
I don't, I can't say if it's part of the promotion because I don't know, but I don't know, bro. I
or
think
you think it's
Barrios is
strategy?
doing good.
You think it's a big strategy for
I,
Barrios? Because this is his
I,
first time changing chair
yeah,
after Manny
bro.
Pacquiao.
I'm just like, hey, like, only he could really say why. I'm gonna say I think it's because he thinks that maybe Joe Goosen knows more about Ryan since because Ryan and him known each other since they were 16, 17, like so. But I've been to Goosen's gym a couple times. I've never seen him there. You know what I mean? But I guess he only goes in and works with the fighters he works with. But I don't even know. I don't know why he would switch change. Bro. I thought he was doing good in Vegas, but that's a story for him to tell, I guess.
Yeah, he was like, I can't believe you, Joe.
Yeah, I know Ryan was trying to sell that. He was
He was
like,
trying to sell that. I was like, yo. Is this a soap opera right now? Like
He's like Ryan's like, "Ah, you're breaking my heart," and like you
breaking my
could
heart.
genuinely tell that Joe was like what? Like he's like like Ryan's over being sarcastic, and Joe's like genuine, like he don't even know what's going on. I'm like, oh
No, Joe's
man.
going with it, and then
Oh,
he
is he?
goes. He no, he was going with it. He was like, "Oh, we're breaking up. It's over." And he goes again.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He did. Yeah, but hey man, I mean I guess there's got to be a couple laughs in there.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know, but
and then they saved it for tomorrow, the next day's reel from Ryan. He turned it into like some type of humor. It
hey,
was
something else, man. I do it's funny.
facts, facts. Now in New York, man, we got a nice thing going. I know we got to talk about it. 31st, bro. We locked in. We got so much boxing. It's not even funny, man. And
No, we do. It's
we haven't even talked about the mega card. Shit. So
gonna be good.
first of all, I wanted to show you this clip too that Ryan just put up.
I'll tell you my personal opinion. What it looks like from the first couple clips or the first couple combinations, they're like Ryan's getting ready to counter, waiting for a catch, boom, boom. I feel like he's gonna start the combination. He's gonna layer it. He's gonna start the combination, wait for Barrios to overreach,
To react.
and then he's gonna wait. You know, because Ryan's known for that the guard and then pull hook.
Right.
You know, and that hook's no joke, bro. That hook's no joke.
I know you
People
told us. You got hit
people,
with it.
people think it's a joke, but I mean, like, man,
He goes, the people think it's a joke.
man, I'm like, it's not. It's really not.
That's
No,
just
man, but
nasty, right?
yeah, but I mean, like Barrios is just got to do what he does. You know, and just be be on his 10 toes just as well as Ryan does. Ryan's got to not get complacent. He's got to get into his groove, and it's hard to get into your groove and to it all comes with confidence in your training. You know, get into your groove while staying alert. You know what I mean? And that's something you also got to work on in the gym.
Right. Question: since have you seen a change in Xander since being champion? Like like have you seen any type of change in him?
Like as a person or as a fighter,
Maybe overall
more grateful.
more
He,
grateful.
yeah, man. I think, I think I think he sat back and really, sat back and really like looked at his life. Like the other day, bro, we drove by where I didn't even notice about him. Where he used to live here in Puerto Rico. We were driving by his old house and stuff, and I was just like, damn. I didn't know he came from this. You know what I mean? Like it reminded me of the movie. You ever seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire?
Hmm.
It reminded me of something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because Xander lived in PR till he was what 12, and so like just seeing he wasn't like sleeping like under cardboard or nothing, but just the way the streets were and everything. I was just like, damn, man, like you know. And I could see when he was looking at his house and stuff. I'm like, yeah, he looks grateful, and I know he's happy to be where he is today. And I know he's grateful for the opportunities. We have conversations about it. He knows what he's got to do, you know.
Yeah, I was
But
listening to an interview. My bad. Go ahead.
I don't see him being cocky or anything. I don't, he takes pictures with the people. He talks to the people. He don't neglect nobody. He just, he's still Xander. But I just think he has opened his eyes a little more to life and what he's accomplishing and what he can accomplish. But I mean, and as far as like boxing, man, it's my first time being in camp with him, but he's super locked in, man. After like 8 o'clock, I don't see him no more. He's in the room. He does his thing. I'm on the I'm you know I'm out there playing the game and stuff in the living room, and I don't see him.
And he's
You know,
relaxed,
relaxed and
tranquilo, ready to go to bed.
yeah, on his own, bro. He's just in his own
Focused.
world. Wakes up, he journals here and there, he just does his thing.
Yeah. How do you feel like the people? Do you feel like his fan base has grew since he's gotten the belt?
Oh, for sure. I feel like his fan base is grew, but he's also with that comes with all the hate and stuff. You know what I mean from people that he doesn't know, like or people that don't know him. Like you know, I'm not gonna say casuals, but just people that don't know him, people that haven't got to see him do what he does.
Right. Right.
But yeah, he's definitely uh gained a lot of fans.
Tell me. Let's getting into this New York card. What do you think about Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis? I mean, I think Keyshawn put out a video clip today working out. Again, God.
I mean, he's showing that he's enjoying himself and he's ready, bro.
Hmm.
I think that's a great fight. I've only got to see Keyshawn spar once, but I do think Jermaine's big, man. Jermaine Ortiz is a big dude, and you know what I mean. So I think that's a great fight. I can't even tell you who I think would win because I think it's a great fight. They're both sharp fighters. But I think this is gonna bring. I think this fight will bring something out of Jermaine that we haven't seen, and I think it'll bring something out of Keyshawn that we haven't seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I think they're both gonna have to like step it up for sure.
Yeah. Because a lot of people are talking negative about Keyshawn, and in the same time, Jermaine has had a couple chances, and in boxing you only get a few, so he has to take this one as a different, completely
Approach.
different opportunity. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I mean, yeah, blah blah
Keyshawn saying
blah.
he gonna stop him. Jermaine saying he's gonna stop him too. What do you think? You think it's going the distance? You think someone's getting stopped in that fight?
I think it's going the distance. I think these guys are both too sharp to let one another get caught. You know, and so I don't know, man. But I did see I seen a video of Keyshawn talking about how he went through some adversity and he had to like find himself and stuff. And so I hope he comes like best prepared and like he's at 100%. Like I said, maybe this fight will bring something different out of him. I think it will. You know what I mean? Like, and especially when you go through stuff in life, like as far as like the stuff that he was mentioned that he went through, like he mentioned that he lost a brother.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And so like I know that it makes like because this boxing stuff, it's not bigger than life. Life is way bigger than boxing. You know what I mean? And so I don't even know how to explain it. It just makes you want to grind that much more because you're putting your all into something, and like when you take a L in life, you know what I mean. It's something you don't ever want to feel, and it's something you don't ever want to go through again. So anything else behind that, like boxing, other stuff, you don't want to lose to that stuff either. You know. So
Hmm.
I don't know, man. That's a fight I'm excited to see too. I'll be here in PR, but I'll be watching that one for sure.
100%. 100%. I think so too, man. I mean, I look at that fight, and DraftKings I think got Keyshawn as a big favorite in the fight. You know what I mean? I think up to like plus 600, and I feel like it's a little closer than that. I don't know. I'm curious to see how that fight plays out. Whether it's gonna be all over the ring, or if it's gonna stay in the middle of the ring at times, you know?
No, I think it'll be all over the ring.
Yeah. You think they're both pressing the action, or you think that, who do you think is pressing the action?
Um, I think Keyshawn's pressing the action.
You think he's punching harder?
My bad, bro. They keep trying to call me, but
Are you
yeah,
good?
I think he's pressing the action because Jermaine is a very. I think Jermaine's gonna fight the way he fought against Tio.
Hmm.
He's gonna stay on the outside and he's gonna want to make Keyshawn come forward and come to him. And so I guess we'll just see, man.
Facts. Well, man, bro, I'm gonna let you go because I see that you finishing up, but I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you always, man. Hit me up. We'll get stuff. I'll let you know when I get something going.
Appreciate you, man. Stay blessed.
Thank you, boss. Likewise.
You got it. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? We got Rell in the building. What's going on, Rell?
What up, bro?
How are you, bro?
I'm good. No complaints. What's up?
Shit, man, you look like you in the studio, like in a music studio or something.
I'm in the fucking airport. I've been here for 3 days. I'm stuck in Vegas.
3 days in the airport.
Not in the airport, but I stayed in the B&B 2 days. I came here this morning.
Damn, life of a busy ass trainer in a snowstorm.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Shoot. But we gotta start by saying salute to the Patriots, baby, because we going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, they ain't no surprise.
Oh man. Yo, salute to you, man. You're real busy. We seen you on the zone with Khalil Cole. We had Jesse Hart on. We had Greg on. Like to get your reaction on the fight.
Uh, the fight
How about we do this?
yesterday.
How about we first do this? The weight, 8 pounds. You know I gotta go at you with that. What happened?
I don't know. Jesse left the gym 5 pounds overweight. Right? It was the day before the weigh-in. I'm saying, go get some rest. Right, we gonna come back 4 o'clock in the morning, shake whatever we can, whatever we get, we get, whatever we don't, we don't. Right? He go back to his Airbnb. Now, mind you, I'm out here with Shakur and Team Shakur. This fight was going on. Khalil by Eddie late 6 weeks ago. So Khalil wasn't out here for 12 weeks at all. He wasn't out Vegas for 12 weeks. Khalil came off the bed, off the sofa. In 6 weeks, got did what he could do. But we was down to 180, right? His coaches from Jersey came up fight me, right? Now, his coaches, we supposed to go back at 4 a.m. Bro, they give him 3 pineapples, right? And something to drink. I said, why would y'all do that? He said, bro, he wasn't gonna be able to train again if we ain't do that. Okay, that's cool. He would have went in at 180 then. You know what I'm saying? But to give him pineapples, then we go train him. None of that. He went up 184, came back 183. Guess what that body did? Grabbed all that juice, all that sugar, and held on to it. The body in starvation mode don't know when it's gonna eat again. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. He weighed in 183, which was fucked up. Jesse Hart, Greg, Greg Haggett, know what I'm saying? Not smart enough to say, I'm not gonna fight this motherfucker. They took whatever the top of the bill was, you know what I'm saying, extra to make the fight. You wanted to fight so bad, you let a couple thousand dollars, it was tens of thousands, make you fight for 8 grand. But nigga, you said you did it for your daughter. One punch could have changed your whole life. 8 pounds over. You gotta be smart. Money ain't nothing, bro. Money come and go. I guess he needed to do that bad. But Khalil Cole ain't do nothing. Nothing in that fight. He looked like shit. And he still came out victorious. You know why? Cause Jesse Hart, all that shit they come on here and say and do and all that, talk about decision. You gave him that decision. Cause if you would have went in there as on in shape as you was supposed to been about your deal, you should have knocked him the fuck out. You say he wasn't in shape, he wasn't doing no punches, he was so you ain't deserve a decision on that fight. Know what I'm saying? How you going bitch cause you ran around the ring and did what you pop shot here and there, landed them, threw them more punches, maybe landed them more shots, but nigga, you ain't with the zone. They use you as bait. Know what I'm saying? They use you as bait. You just didn't get eaten by the shark. Know what I'm saying? But you ain't do nothing to the shark. The shark still got in that ring, do whatever he do, got out that ring and went with the W and win the party. Come on, man. They say, oh, Greg had great corner work. It's easy to give corner work to somebody who working and listening. It's hard to get. It's hard to bring out the best of a Khalil Coe that ain't listening to nothing you saying. Know what I'm saying? Simple.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely, man. I mean, it was crazy. Now when I was the third round, he felt a little frustrated, kind of suplexed him and stuff like that. Then comes back into the corner. What you
So
saying to him?
I said, "What you doing?" He said, "Bro, he keep leaning on him," which he was. Every time he got in there, he leaned on his neck, nigga threw him over.
It was a messy
You
fight. It was a
know
very
what I'm
messy
saying?
fight.
So Jesse engaged in a clinch every time they got close. You know what I'm saying? If you did something for your daughter that you say you did it for, and you this and that, all this, you mad about not getting the decision, you gave up that fight. Khalil ain't do shit in that fight.
He just
Shit.
stood
But
there.
but guess what? Khalil with Metron. Know what
Yeah,
I mean? Jesse Hurt not with Metron.
right, right. He's with a local promoter, right?
I don't know who he with.
Right, right. So you felt like he shouldn't even have been in that situation as a brother. You kind of looking at him like, yeah, and the way you was talking, you felt like he should have been doing a little bit more than the
Yeah,
clinching.
he should have went in there and knocked him the fuck out. Like he said he was gonna do. He should have met him in the middle of the ring and got it banging. That's what he said, right? Ain't what I saw that night. I saw him landing a couple. Khalil caught most of them shots. Know what I'm saying? Caught most of the defense was superb. Jesse ran around the ring, da da da. Know what I mean? Held him, all that. How you gonna get somebody that fight? You ain't with that promotion, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta know boxing, learn boxing.
Politics.
Yeah,
If you're not into the
yeah,
politics,
exactly. It's politics and everything. That nigga was type of amateur. He know from the amateurs is politics and boxing.
yeah.
So for you to leave it in the politics' hand, you got what you deserve.
Mm. What about the 12th round? He did a lot of the moving in the 12th round. I think some judges had Khalil winning the 12th round.
Yeah, I thought Khalil definitely lost the 11 and 12, which is what it gave Jesse the fight.
Yeah.
But like you said, some judges gave Khalil them round. And how you gonna be mad, bro? He did everything Khalil didn't do. Jesse didn't take advantage of. So
Mm.
you can't be mad, bro. You can't be mad. Like, come on, bro. You saw Andy in 6 fights going up against a world championship with 35 Andy, rumble his ass off. Slick, in and out, He ain't running around the ring holding, and he was rumbling.
He put
Then
in work.
that's who you respect. Somebody like that. You don't respect the nigga that talk all this shit. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and get in the ring and run like a little bitch. Know what I'm saying? Hold like a little bitch. Know what I'm saying? Not saying Jesse a bitch, but that's my man. We from Philly, but that's what he did.
Mm. But as far as the decision, you understand the politics. Do you feel like he got robbed?
Um, I can feel like what I want to feel like. I know two judges gave Khalil the decision, so we won a majority decision. One judge had it even. So it is what it is. I've been robbed so much. I take a nice, I take a hand me down anytime. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Cause two fights down the line, ain't nobody gonna be thinking about Jesse Hart if Khalil go and do what he do. Know what I'm saying? This fight gonna be brushed under the rug. Eddie ain't getting rid of Khalil. Eddie got too much money in Khalil Cup. Eddie a businessman. Eddie might put him back a little bit, get some money out of him, put him on, but he ain't gonna build him up from 5 fights. Know what I'm saying? Pay that man and then just let him go? No,
Real
no.
talk.
Eddie ain't dead. Hey, Eddie can say what he want. And they said, are you done with Khalil? That's not the discussion right now. Know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? He ain't done. That'll be the dumbest thing Matchroom ever done. It ain't like Khalil lost. Matchroom let Khalil go. Khalil go to Tyrone. Khalil go to Zuva. Khalil go somewhere and knock somebody out like that. Become a world champion. Get that WBC back. Matchroom gonna be looking like, what the fuck did I do? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So
6, 7.
tell me like what you think about as far as Jesse talked a little bit on the channel saying that he got to over analyze some things, talk to his daughter, go back home, talk to some of the doctors, see if he wants to even continue boxing. I don't know if he was able to listen to it, but I mean, what do you
No, I
think?
did.
Do you feel like he got more left in the tank, or do you feel like because he said he's straight, he don't need no more money, he's straight, he's saying, but yeah, what do you think? Do you think that he has more in the tank?
It all sound good. It all sound good. We'll see in about 4 or 5 months if Jesse jump out there for another big fight or whatever. All that, yeah, I don't need money. I don't need this. I don't need that. I got this. I got that. That sound real good. No, you know what's crazy? I said the same thing. I ain't leaving my kids no more. I love my kids. You know what I mean? When this offer came up to go out for 3 months to change Shakur, I said, shit, I need that paper.
Rise, rise.
When that money on the table, shit, all I don't need that. I got this. The thing ain't about having money. It's about keeping money flowing. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. Um, and then for Khalil, do you feel like 175 is something that is definitely his weight class, or do you feel like he needs to move up to
The
cruiserweight?
motherfucker lazy, bro. He's lazy. Lazy. Look, like I told you, I'm out here with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? That was my main focus because that's who brought me out here.
Hmm.
Khalil came on, and I'm thinking Jesse Hart. They ain't gonna be something that we gotta be over the hill about. You know what I'm saying? But he can, I
But you
can
got to come in
feel.
shape for Jesse Hart, though.
But that wasn't my thing, bro. I've seen Greg interview. Greg, he go home with his lady. I don't know what's going on. I go back to the Airbnb with Team Stevenson and them. He go back to the Airbnb with Khalil O'Shea and his homie. Know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck going on. He had to be mindful enough to be like, No, I ain't eating that. No, I ain't fucking with her. No, I ain't doing this. No, I ain't doing that. And if he don't want to do that, then he don't want boxing. Get out the game before he really get hurt. There's some 75 pounders out there that I'm sure Eddie gonna try throwing to right now that live and die for this shit, bro.
Real talk. Do you prefer in a training camp being in the house with the fighter, knowing, step by step what they're weighing, having a scale there, stuff like that?
For sure, cause we don't know when he ran. If he, when I tell him run, did he really want? Yeah, he said I did it. I did it. I gave him a weight, uh, a week by week weight I wanted him to be at. I'm saying the first week I wanted him at 195. No, second week 195. Next week 190. He never touched on weights, bro. Never. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so yeah, because I was like, then they were talking about, I guess Clarissa made a statement on O'Shea, talking about like how you gonna leave your man, you know, overweight like that after where you came from in the Olympics and whatnot, and you know how it is. You was in the corner, so a lot of people it falls a lot on the trainer all the time. But what you're saying is that you've kind of found out late that you was gonna be taking this head role, but in the same
Yeah,
time you're working
I
with.
I had 6 weeks, but I took the job, so I had to take all the backlash, and I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm for all the backlash, but don't give me when you give me the backlash and I take it. Understand who I'm dealing with. No, I'm dealing with a hard headed fighter. You know what I'm saying? That don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of did everything backwards, like I told you. I had to fit Khalil in around Shakur. So when Shakur was going at 12, Khalil go at night. When Shakur going at night, Khalil got go in the morning. So when he fought Gallegos, he was doing 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So he would go in the morning and night. And I get to running with him. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like misorganized, you know what I'm saying? So we really ain't have the chemistry that we had in the Gallegos fight. If we would have had that, he would have stopped Jesse Hart. He hurt Jesse Hart like 5 times. I was telling him every time he came to the corner, bro, if you throw 2 or 3 punches together, he's gonna quit. When Jesse held that nigga, Jesse laid on his shoulder. I saw Jesse's face. I saw Jesse face scrunching up. Jesse was like, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Know what I'm saying? I got my check. Know what I'm saying? Everything's secure. We in the fifth or sixth round. I'm out. I watched his face, every expression. Every time they held and they was over my corner or near me, I watched Jesse on face. He come back to the corner and said, bro, why you keep giving this nigga a chance, bro? Every time he grab you, he run, making faces. I want to go home. I'm getting the fuck out of here. But I couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, I was expecting some body attack every time the clinch came. I was like, maybe that was the opportunity to start letting go
Bro,
some of those punches, you know?
that's what we was asking for, bro. Shay was asking for it. I was asking for it. Coach Wiley was asking for it. Even our cut man, Coach Ron. Bro, those like
Hmm.
we ain't even want a specific one. We just wanted them bitches to start what he was doing.
Some activity. Um, your former fighter, Andy Cruz, on the main event, man. How close did you have the fight? Did you have Andy winning the fight? What's your
I didn't
reaction on the
have
fight?
Andy winning the fight. I didn't have Andy winning the fight, but Andy put up a hell of a fight. Um, Mortalia was a dangerous guy that night. He was a big guy. He made Andy look like a 26 pounder.
Real
Um,
small.
he was big. He rumbled. He did everything he was supposed to do to win. He pressured mentally. I mean, even when Mortalia wasn't punching, he was right in front of him. Know what I'm saying? So you got to think in your mind. You moving around the ring, you stop that motherfucking ghost right there. Know what I'm saying? You moving again, stop that motherfucking ghost right there. It's mental. I can't get this nigga out of my face. Know what I'm saying? So I think the mental pressure played a part. He worked the body good. And he caught a lot of them body shots as well. And he
Hmm.
caught the top shot, the body shot. And the defense was superb. Shout out to Bozy and his team for what they done. And my man Russ. My man Russ, his strength and conditioning coach, and Andy ready. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
But I
definitely
just
looked
think
good.
135 was a bit too much for me.
So when you mean, do you mean Mordecai was too much for him, or the actual weight class? Because
The weight class, because
we did hear Eddie say to move back down.
everybody at the top big. You got even the young boy, Mason way bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? How you come from 32 and him just instead of dropping the 2 pounds, you move up 3 pounds. That's kind of backwards. I mean, his skill was there for it, but
Yeah, you're
skill
right. It is kind
versus
of backwards. You would drop a little
yeah,
bit more for
yeah,
pro.
yeah, skill versus skill. But then you got weight, then you got aggressiveness, then you got all that other shit.
You think he
Power.
can make 130?
Yeah, he can make 130. He just don't want to.
Mm,
Some people just so good that like Shakur going to 140 right now.
right.
He walk around 48, 50, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he gets down. He don't have to weight cut. He could probably eat certain things that he
So
normally eats.
he, you know what I mean? Cut out around weight cut. He said, "No, bring that. Bring me two of them, Joe."
Right, right. Um. So yeah, Bonataya calls out the winner of Tio and Shakur Stevenson. What do you think about it?
I think Shakur give him a boxing lesson. I don't think I don't think he sit there like Andy did. He'll make him miss and make him pay a little bit more and just time them combinations instead of just letting them get off. And you know, Andy had great defense. I'm not taking that away from him, but when you got good defense and you're not throwing back off of the defense, it's boxing is word called make them miss, make them pay. Not make them miss, make them miss, make them miss, make them miss, and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? When you make them miss, and go ahead, you give them another opportunity. You don't give them nothing to think about. When you make them miss and you make them pay, make them miss, make them pay, make them miss, make them pay. They say,
Looks
oh,
good for judging.
I ain't gonna throw that no more because you keep catching me off of that. Or he keep throwing something off of that. You know what I'm saying? So
You
they
gotta
make them
change your opponent's mental.
switch up their game plan. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah, and it seemed like, do you feel like, with that being said, do you feel like it's more of a pro style, just making sure that you're, making him pay each and every single time versus, as more as the amateurs, he's kind of more dictating the pace, dictating the sides.
He,
It's a
he,
change for him.
the Cuban style is not about that. You know what I'm saying? The Cuban style is 3 rounds, make them look bad, get the W and get out of there. But now you got 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep going on and on and on. And sometimes you forget in the fight. You know what I'm saying? You got to remind that memory gotta be it gotta be muscle memory. They keep going and going and going. Keep doing it, doing it, doing it. That's what I think.
Do you think Andy, by any means? I mean, I hear him more to tire. He's saying that he couldn't feel his punches. Vice versa, do you think Andy might have hurt Mordecai at all? Do you feel like Mordecai might have hurt Andy at all in the fight?
I know more tired. I heard Andy, you saw it. Well, not hurting. I didn't see him get hurt, but I seen the respect. But we didn't see Andy make Mortario respect him. We didn't see Andy make Mortario take a step back and re-gather himself. You know what I mean? But we saw Andy uh had to step around, figure some shit out, and go back at it.
Right. Now with Andy, he was always, fighting Keyshawn. Obviously, Keyshawn Mordecai are two different fighters, right? But he was able to get on the outside of Keyshawn in the amateurs. With Mordecai, it seemed like he didn't even want to get that outside angle at all. He was kind of okay. Some people were saying that he was kind of playing around. Maybe he could have grabbed that angle and kind of make, Mordecai really work to get that cutoff position. It seemed like he kind of invited him. What would you say?
He was comfortable. That's all.
Right. But
Comfortable.
it comes with a price.
Yeah, for sure. And look, success is outside your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? When you comfortable with doing something, it's easy. It's a snap of a finger. But when you're uncomfortable with doing something new, that the muscle don't remember. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep practicing it. And you gotta remember in there, oh, what about that outside? Let me get over here. And I mean the fight was so action packed, maybe he forgot. He like,
Mhm.
man, I mean, I like that mindset. Let's bang it out. And then he said, I ain't gonna keep running from you. I'm gonna say, and we gonna work.
Right. Obviously, Keyshawn Davis grabbed his belt after the fight and started whacking it up. Whoa, pause, whoa, pause. Right, that's crazy. Um,
Yeah.
But anyway, his reaction, a lot of people had lots to say on the media, because it wasn't him that gave him the loss. He also came into Monetai's locker room before the fight, and people were looking at it like, I don't know if you remember, that was a fight that was down the line at 135 that we were gonna see. So I mean, what's your reaction? Also, I didn't get your reaction on Modatai actually wanting to fight those guys that he called out with Teo and Shakur. But in the same time, what do you also think about Mordecai and Keyshawn?
Mordecai and Keyshawn. I don't know. I think Keyshawn got a little bit more pop than Andy. He ain't too much on his feet, so he'll make Mordecai respect him as well. I don't think Mordecai get off as many shots as he was getting off at once with Keyshawn that he was with Andy. And it's a learning lesson for Andy. Hopefully next fight Andy don't let that happen. He learn from it, he grow from it, and he get better. But I don't think that'll happen with Keyshawn. And the more and Shakur, I told you, Shakur won't be there for the 8 and 10 punches. Shakur touch him up, keep him at range, keep him at Shakur range, and keep turning. Um, Tio, I don't know, but I don't like Tio. I
Why?
think Tio a good fighter, but he don't got no focus. He focused on too much other shit. You know what I mean? He focused on the outside world, businesses, and you in the ring about to get your brain knocked off. You talking about you got business? Nobody give a fuck about that.
But
Everybody
you
pays.
feel like he's not focused in this fight?
No, I don't know, not in this fight per se, but previous fights.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And then people would say vice versa. People would say the same thing about Keyshawn. Is he focused in this fight? You
Yeah,
know,
that's
um,
crazy.
because like when I was talking to Jesse, right? They were talking about Khalil was probably okay and happy that he was around all these stars and this greatness and gave yourself, room to slack
Hold on,
and be
though. Hold
happy.
on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They looking at social media and just because they in the same place. Khalil had his own shit. Khalil was never around them. Know what I'm saying? Khalil, I brought Khalil to the gym with them. Khalil like, no, I ain't going there no more. We gonna do ours before or after. Now, he don't want to be around them. That's what they want. That's what Jesse would have been happy with, being around niggas like that. Everybody ain't that, bro. Everybody niggas do their own shit. Know what I mean? Everybody ain't Keyshawn and should go ahead. Let's go to the gym with them. Nah, bro. We went to split T gym every night, every morning by ourselves. We ain't go with Shakur and them, bro. They tripping. Tell them keep that Philly shit in Philly. That's what Philly did. Biggie, how ride waves. Well, nobody ride waves. Everybody their own man. Mm.
HLD, thank you for the 5 piece. Rel, I want to congratulate you for doing your absolute best preparing your guys for this Saturday. Better luck next time. The takeover and still. That's your boy HLD. What I forget
Boy,
what you call him. HLD was
HL Dickhead. HL Dickhead. You welcome, bro. Thanks for the $5. You gave my man $5 to say that bullshit. So give him give him another five. That was some bullshit.
don't tell him
Shakur gonna
that.
beat the
Don't
shit
tell him
out of
that. Don't he'll get creative. Don't tell him that.
Shakur gonna beat the shit out of motherfucking Tio.
Yeah. How so
Bad.
how's the camp? How's the camp on that side?
Man, Shakur, man, it's great, man. You barely see him. You see him when it's work time. You know what I'm saying? He relaxing. He taking it serious, man. Working his ass off, man. Listen, T.O. gonna have to bring in a different person, a different animal to be Shakur this go around. I know the weight might think people might think weight, but weight don't win fights. Skill win fights. Skill versus weight win everything. I mean, skill
That's
win
what
every
yo
time.
yo. That's what Tio said in the
Well,
interview with Versace. He said, I don't because Shakur was telling him, oh, don't you thought I was bigger, huh? In the interview, the face off.
yeah,
And he felt like, oh, because Tio was bigger than Lomachenko. That's why he felt like he had that edge. So when he looked at him, he's like, "What about me now? What you think about my
yeah.
size now?" And then Tio tells him, "Size don't make no fights."
Time.
Yeah, so
So T.O. think he the bigger fighter though. Know what I mean? But I can't wait till Saturday. I'm finally getting the fuck out of Vegas. Or what's this Tuesday? I was supposed to leave Sunday, man. I don't leave till 11 p.m. right now. That's why we didn't get the interview earlier because I'm I'm here, I'm there, this flight came to that flight, man. So I finally booked on another airline.
damn, that got to suck. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and they ain't even paying for my shit. I paid for my own shit.
For the last day,
For today, I'm just like, bro, I can't stay in Vegas another day, bro. I had to pay for my own shit.
yo, that
I
shit
mean,
is draining.
I'm gonna tell Shakur, hopefully get my money back, bro. If he don't, I'm going to see my baby.
um. So, yeah. So, looking at this fight, a lot of people are really feeling like this is the best right now, the best fight and the best in this division. Do you feel that way?
I think so. I think 2025 we starting off with a banger, the biggest banger you can get. I think this the biggest bang you can get, and everybody should appreciate it. Whoever come out the winner, whoever come out the loser, just they was big enough to put their balls on the line, which half of these fighters ain't gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep their they don't want to lose, they don't want to get embarrassed on TV. So half of them ain't gonna fight. Um, and salute to these guys, bro, cause they doing it.
The way Tio was saying, you picked me. Like he was really saying, yo, I'm answering the call. Like I don't like the fact that you're a smaller guy calling me out. You know what I mean? Like you could tell that he felt a offense to that. Listening to the interview today. Um,
Probably. I would feel offended too, but you can't be offended by a man trying to test himself. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
you a man trying to be great. That's what we in this sport for, legacy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think it's about the money, but money gonna spend. Legacy never die. You know what I'm saying? Legacy gonna live on through you, your kids, and everybody behind them. You know what I'm saying? Your money probably go. Yeah, depending on how you spend it. You see all the shit in the media about Floyd. He bought this house. They took this house. He owed this money. He got that money. You know what I'm saying? So money ain't everything. Money ain't everything. It's what you do with the money. Mm, just understand where you got the money from. Respect the crab that gave you the money, and respect the guy that blessed you with the money.
Oh, they in New York. Oh,
Yeah,
they in New York.
my man was on a private jet. They flew him out on a private jet.
Come
Cause,
on,
eh,
dog.
Cause ain't no flights coming out from here. They had to take a PJ.
Look at that stare down. Huh?
Yeah. Can't
Huh?
wait, yo. Them
Who's
joints gonna be
ready?
over the shot.
Who's
Them joints,
ready?
them
Who's ready? You see, you see Teo's shoes? He got the New York. He got the Yankee sign on it. I don't know. And Teo ain't smiling, dog.
my my man Zach missed that. Zach told me about that. He missed it. Tell him I want anyway. Tell him we go. Tell him come to the Terminal 1. Yeah, Terminal 1. Departing. Not arriving. Departing.
This is gonna be a hell of a fight, yo. This is
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
a
I
hell
can't
of a
wait.
fight.
I can't wait. I'm happy that I'm involved. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I did a lot for this. For being this game, the training game so short. Uh, half of the trainers don't even reach this level, and they've been in in the game way longer than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the last 3 years have been really like picked up, like not like you had nitrous on your in your bag. Like it's been
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, man. You know I give out that work, bro. Pause. But
Pause.
you
Yeah.
know, I'm a demon with this shit, bro.
Shit. Now,
And it sucked for somebody like Khalil to come off a performance like that to a performance like that, and and with me in the corner. But you know, it happened. You live and you learn. I just gotta make better decisions as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So
in what way?
not taking on motherfuckers who don't respect the sport.
Mm, okay.
Um, for me to
N-
be training with Shakur, formerly training with Boo.
Smash the like button, y'all. I'm gonna be getting into some clips.
Quincy Williams is about to be the next up, thing like that. I just gotta keep putting on, man.
Have to. Now we're gonna get into some clips. I think Shakur just did an interview with Brian Custard. Here's a clip right here. Let's get into it.
Truthfully, I am a superstar. Like I'm born superstar. I've been trying to run from it my entire career, but at the end of the day, you gotta. I finally just know now. Step in my shoes, and enjoy it. This is what God wants for me, and I gotta follow God's path. My ultimate goal this year in the ring is conquer. I want to conquer. I want to make as much money as possible. I want my legacy to be defined by me taking risks, doing challenges that people doing this for. There's a lot of people in my position that they sit at 135, but they wouldn't dare go to 140 and fight. That's the guy. They wouldn't dare take that risk. So I just want my legacy to be defined by a guy that took risks and wasn't scared to put it all on the line and still got the job done.
You know, he's taking those risks, and that's big. Oshaki Foster just came out with an interview not too long ago. he was talking real hot, talking about how.
Bro, listen. Oh, Shaggy father just went to Disney with Cool Boy Step that then don't. It's the same thing with Jesse Hart. Now,
Mm,
how you go to Disney with somebody that throwing one punch at a time and you can't get them out of there?
mm.
Oh yeah, you won every round because they threw 7 punches a round. Of course you gonna win. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Oh, Shaggy Foster guys focus up on his task at hand. Stop worrying about Shakur. Focus on what you got in front of you.
Yo, Rell, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna hit you right back.
All
This
right,
shit.
bet.
Ooh.